I remember light, just enough to miss it. I remember my mother's face, or maybe only pieces of it now. The shape of her smile, the warmth of her hands against my cheeks, the way she hummed while she worked. I remember my father's voice, deep, certain, strong enough to make a boy feel safe. I remember sunlight through olive branches, gold against green. I remember red cloth hanging in the market, blue painted jars, the shimmer of heat on the road outside Jericho. I remember all of it, like dreams fading with morning. I was not born blind. At least, I do not think I was. I remember too much. Too many colors, too many shapes, too many shadows. Perhaps I was 5 or 6 when the fever came. I remember heat, so much heat, the world turning strange. My mother's cool cloth against my head, my father praying in the next room, voices hushed, afraid. I remember waking in darkness, thinking it was still night, waiting for morning. Morning came. They told me the sun was up, but I could not see it. I waited another day, then another, and slowly, I understood. The darkness had stayed. At first, everyone believed it would pass. A week, a month, a miracle, a remedy, oil on my eyelids, prayers whispered over me, hands laid on my head. Nothing changed. My father's voice changed first. I heard it before I understood it. Less certain, less strong. My mother cried when she thought I slept. I learned silence early, learned to listen, learned to hear sorrow in walls, to hear worry in footsteps, to hear pity in the neighbors' voices. Poor boy, such a shame. What sin caused it? His parents. That question followed me like a shadow. People always needed a reason, a cause, a punishment, as though pain made more sense if someone earned it. My father stopped taking me to market after a while, not because he did not love me, because he hated the whispers, hated the looks, hated the way men spoke over me, as if blindness made me deaf, or less. I became a burden slowly, not all at once. That would have been easier. First, I stopped helping. Then I needed guiding. Then watching. Then feeding. My father aged. My mother tired. Money thinned. Patience thinned too. Not theirs. Mine. I hated the walls. Hated the helplessness. Hated hearing boys my age run the roads. Laughing. Working. Living. While I sat in the dark. When my father died, everything changed. My mother tried. She tried longer than she should have. Taking and washing. Mending robes. Trading what little we had. But hunger is a cruel voice. Eventually, someone said the words aloud. He can beg. I wanted to die. I said nothing. But inside, something broke. The first day by the roadside, I thought shame would kill me. Hand out, head bowed, listening for coins, listening for mercy in strangers. I learned quickly how to sound pitiful, how to speak just enough, how to be ignored. Years passed, or maybe lifetimes. The road became my world. Morning heat, midday dust, evening cool, coins in my cloak, or none. I heard stories. Travelers always bring stories. Wars, taxes, profits, rebellions, rumors, and then his name began to travel the road. Jesus, a teacher from Nazareth, a healer, a man who touched lepers, a man who spoke to women, a man who ate with sinners, a man who made the blind see. The blind. See, I tucked those stories into the darkest part of me, the place I kept hidden, the place called hope. Hope is dangerous for beggars. Hope can make you foolish. Hope can make you shout. And on that day, when the road trembled with the sound of the crowd, when the air changed, when someone said, "Jesus of Nazareth is passing by," something in me rose up. Not courage, not dignity, desperation, holy desperation, the kind that does not care who hears, the kind that would rather be shamed than silent. So I shouted, and the rest of the story, the world knows, but they do not know the moment before. The moment before I cried out. The war inside me. What if he keeps walking? What if he ignores me? What if this hope kills what little peace I have left? But what if he stops? So I shouted, and he stopped. Sparkles. And then he spoke. Go. Your faith has healed you. At first, I did not understand. The words settled over me. Warm, gentle, like water over dry ground. And then, something changed. Not around me. Inside me. A pressure, a burning, a pulling deep behind my eyes. I cried out, and suddenly, light, a flood of it, so bright it hurt, so beautiful it broke me. I lifted my hands to my face, blinking, tears streaming. Shapes began to form, blurred at first, like shadows waking, then clearer, the outline of a hand, my hand, the folds of my cloak in the dust, the brown of the earth, the blue of the sky stretching above me. Blue. I had almost forgotten blue. The crowd gasped. I heard them. But now, I saw them. Faces. So many faces. Wide eyes. Open mouths. Men stepping back in shock. Women covering their lips. Children staring. Some crying. Some laughing. Some praising God aloud. And then, I saw him, Jesus. For all the years I had heard his name. For all the nights I had whispered prayers into darkness. For all the moments I had imagined what mercy might look like. There he was, standing before me, his face calm, his eyes kind, full of something deeper than pity. Love, compassion, power, holiness, mercy. I fell to my knees in the road, sobbing, laughing, praising God. My fingers pressed into the dirt, real dirt, earth I could finally see. I looked around wildly, at the trees, the sun on the stones, the robes moving in the wind, colors everywhere, movement everywhere, life everywhere. The world had been there all along, waiting, and I had been given eyes to see it. Someone handed me my cloak, the cloak I had thrown aside, the old cloak, the beggar's cloak. I held it in my hands, and for a moment, I thought of the man I had been when I dropped it. Blind, broken, forgotten. Then I let it fall. I did not need it anymore. Jesus turned to keep walking, toward Jerusalem, toward whatever waited there. And I knew with the same certainty I once knew darkness. I could not stay behind. Not now. Not after this. Not after seeing his face. So I stood, on steady legs, with new eyes, and I followed him down the road. The crowd moved around us. People still talking, still praising, still wondering. But I heard only his footsteps, and I watched where he walked. The first thing I ever truly saw was mercy, and I spent the rest of my life following its sparkles